Good morning, friends, family, loved ones. Thank you again for joining me. So this is my, what is that, the fourth vlog, and this week I think we have a whole lot to unpack as far as what happened on my sailing journey that I just went on. I went down to Key West for a couple days, and now I'm back and just getting back into the swing of things, starting back up at work and continuing to chip away at really the grand master plan, of which we've gained a couple inches. So right now I am walking over to my favorite coffee shop. It's actually right next to my house. It's called Black Crow. And today I think we're gonna we'll start to learn how to edit videos. So I'm not just giving you guys some like haphazard iPhone recordings. It'll actually look like a fully mastered production. So this week, I think I want to give a special shout out to one of my new girlfriends. Her name is Pam, and she is the girl that sits in the back of the auditorium, and she's always the loudest so far, and she's always standing up and cheering and clapping and encouraging me, so I definitely appreciate that, Pam. Keep it coming. And everybody else that's really being patient with me and following me on this journey and really sticking with me. And you guys are just as much a part of this as I am. So I want to know what you want to see. Like, what do you want to see from me? What do you want to see me do? And that can kind of give me some kind of direction in where I want to go and how I want to do things. So I definitely appreciate your input. So from there, I guess we'll start off talking about my journey to Key West. So as most of you know, I decided to go on kind of like a little impromptu adventure. I started talking to this one guy, and we got along really well, and we wanted to meet. He lives on his sailboat, and he is down in Key West right now. That's where he has the boat. He's been there for about a month, and we got to talking, and we really wanted to meet each other. So he invited me down to spend a few days on his sailboat with him. So I was like, fuck it, excuse my language, but like, screw it, why not? So I cleared my schedule, I took a few days off, and I headed down to Key West. And a lot of my friends were concerned that I was going to be chopped up and turned into a bucket of chum and thrown out to sea. And I'm like, well, if I'm gonna die, that's how I'm gonna do it, So me and the Leaf packed the Leaf up, and we headed down to Key West. It was a little bit of a journey getting down to Fort Myers, where I hopped on the ferry because I have an electric car and she doesn't have the most range, so I could probably go like 45 miles between charges. And I think from here, St. Pete to Fort Myers is about probably 150, 180 miles. So we had a couple of little stints in there where we would stop and charge. And there was one point where my anticipated charger wasn't working, but thankfully, whenever I travel, especially long distances with the Leaf, I always build in lots of extra time because you never know what's going to happen. You can't trust these chargers. These chargers ain't loyal. So I get down there finally, and I planned it out perfectly. I left at 2 a.m, and I finally got to the boat dock at about, I think it was between 7 and 7:30, a little bit early before we shoved off and headed down to Key West. So I think it was a 3.5-hour, 4-hour ferry ride from Fort Myers to Key West. And so I get down there, and it's strange because like if I'm going on a date or if I'm meeting someone new, I always want to make sure like I'm perfect and like everything is going to work out, and like I'm kind of nervous a little bit. But it was strange. Oh God, my arm's getting tired. I drove all this way in plane, trains, automobiles to meet this guy, and I wasn't nervous at all, So I get off the ferry, and he's waiting for me. He watched me come in, and I get off, and like it was just like I was meeting an old friend, like seeing an old friend again. So that was really cool. And once we met up, he knows I like burgers. They're like my favorite food ever. Before I came, he went and found a good burger spot. So we grabbed some lunch, and I was wearing like my backpack. So we basically hiked throughout the entire city island of Key West from end to end. And we started off by going to the Butterfly Museum, and that was just a moment in itself. It was so pretty, all the different kinds of butterflies, and they had flamingos, and oh my god, it was an experience. So from there, we just spent the day really relaxing, getting into the swing of things, getting to know each other a little bit better, had lunch, and then we went back to the boat, and he showed me around, took me for a little tour of his boat that he lives on. It was like a 50-foot sailing yacht. So I thought that was pretty cool, and one of the things that really attracted me so much to him is his sense of adventure and really letting life take him where it takes him. And that's really that's what my goal is to just grab life by the balls and just go, you know. So that was fun. And then he found this one spot earlier in the week of this girl. I'm not sure if they were like a duet or something, but she was like the headliner. Her name's Jerry Ann, and she was singing show tunes in one of the local bars. And we go, and if you guys know me, if you know me at all, I love me a good show tune. Mamma Mia, Hairspray, The Greatest Showman, like Lay It On Me, a musical, I'm there. So we go, and they're singing their show tunes, and they're taking requests. And I also love Disney, so they're singing lots and lots of Disney. And I asked them to play Mamma Mia, and they said, okay, yeah, we'll do it. And so I get up, and I go to the bathroom, just like really quick. And I'm in the bathroom, and all of a sudden I hear some like ABBA start to play. And let me tell you guys, I have never moved, I've never ran so fast out of a bathroom to hear Mamma Mia play. It was, oh my God, it was so much fun. So I wouldn't say that we got trashed, but we were warm, if you know what I mean. So we had a few drinks, and then we headed back to the boat, and then I'll let your imagination wander from there. It was incredible. And then the second day, we went and had this awesome breakfast down in the city of Key West. It was the biggest breakfast. I got chocolate chip pancakes, chocolate milk, and eggs and bacon and breakfast potatoes. It was just too much. Literally, I had that for I had like 3 meals out of this one breakfast. So did that, and then we went back to the boat, and we decided to go out and go sailing. So he taught me really the basics of sailing and how to unmoor the boat and get it out to sea and really steer, and started to learn the rigging and different stuff like that. And he taught me how to dock the boat. So that was really fun, really like a one-of-a-kind experience, and I can't wait for more, honestly. And that's one of the things that I would really love to learn how to do, is like actually run a sailboat, actually sail the entire thing, know all the ins and outs. There's not too much that I'm really interested in as far as like sports and stuff like that, like golf, boring, football, boring, baseball, eh. But when it comes to sailing, like that's something that I'm really genuinely interested in learning how to do. And it was cute. He let me drive his boat. He started teaching me, and I think that was one of my highlights of the trip, was him teaching me how to sail. So we went out sailing. We were out on the open seas, and that was fun. And then we finally came back, and then we just kind of spent Saturday, Monday, just like chilling, winding down, and just spending time together. So my arm's getting really tired, and I'm on an extended walk before I get to the coffee shop so I can record all this, so you're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna stop this right here. I'm gonna take a little break before my arm falls off.
A few moments later.
Okay, I literally took like a 30-second break to let my arm rest, but I'm back just to record this like last little bit before I sit down and start to learn how to edit. So that was good. And then the final day on Tuesday, we went to the aquarium and just again spent the whole day together relaxing, and it was fun. We got to like feed fish and feed different sharks and all kinds of stuff. I love doing stuff like that. Like I love museums, I love aquariums, and I wasn't anticipating like really hitting it off with him like that, you know? So we'll see where that goes, and just let life happen how it's gonna happen. So now I'm back in St. Pete, back in the swing of work, about to go learn how to edit, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'm sure this will be I'll probably try and do like 2 uploads this week, but again, thank you so much for joining me, and again, comment below like what you guys want to see, and we'll have some fun together. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and let's stay in touch. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.